2. See, I've been studying. I was not able to do that. I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I remember each country. Because I have like this weird way of remembering them all. So, I mean, Cyprus sounds kind of Greece, or it sounds kind of Greek. So it's close to Greece, but it's pointing at Turkey. That's just one. I mean, you can see on the flag that it looks like the island. So that one's pretty simple. Bulgaria, there's this bulge on top of the country. So it's got a bulge. That's its bulge area. It's Bulgaria. United Kingdom, I mean, that one I feel like is pretty obvious. It's just over here. Spain is next to Portugal. France. So Spain, France, and UK, I already kind of knew where they were. And so the upper three here, this is Finland, Sweden, and Norway. There's just, I guess I memorized them in this order. There's a way that I remembered it, but it's not that important. You can't even do South America, and you did Europe at 142. I can do South America after this one. Hungary, so I remembered Hungary because this is Turkey, and Hungary is like kind of the same shape-ish, just a little closer. Another way I remembered it is using Croatia. So Croatia is this one right here. And so in my head I say, okay, Croatia, you can kind of equate that. That kind of sounds like croak, which would be like a frog. So this guy is named Croak the Frog, and he's eating Bosnia and Herzegovina, and in his brain, this is his thought bubble, he's very hungry. So he's hungry. Austria is just over here. I can't remember how I remember that one. I think it's just like, it's not Australia. It's over, I don't know, it's over here. Ireland is just over, I've been to Ireland before, it's near the UK. Germany. So Germany and Poland look very similar to me. They're kind of like mirrored. So I say, okay, this one is G and this one is P. It's in alphabetical order. So Germany first and then Poland. Ukraine is just small Russia, so that's over by Russia. Remember, Croatia, that's Croak the Frog. Lichtenstein, I know that's a really small one because when I first heard it, I didn't know what the hell it was. I'd never heard it before. So we know that's near Germany, and it's not Luxembourg because Luxembourg's over here. So Liechtenstein is between Austria and Switzerland. It's just right between there. It's like Austria is licking Switzerland, so it's Liechtenstein. Belarus, it is Bay of Russia. So Bay, B-E, of L-A, Russia, R-U-S. And it also looks like a person giving a kissy face. So if their eye is right here, this is like their lips. You know, it's like a cartoon doing the kissy face. And so that's Russia's Bay. That's why I click it right there. Slovenia, I know you can mix it up with Slovakia, but Croak the Frog, remember him, he's a bit slow. He's slow to eat them, so he is Slovenia, is right behind him. Vatican City, this one is in Rome, and Rome is like, I like to picture the, what is it called? The Colosseum. The Colosseum is like the kneecap of Italy, because this is like a leg, right? This is like a boot, and I mean, it's kind of a messed up leg, but like the kneecap would be over here, and that is Rome. That is, Vatican City is like in Rome, so that's how I know there. Greece is just an island, a lot of islands down here, that one I just recognized. Moldova, this one gave me some trouble for a while. But so this is Italy, it looks like a boot, right? Moldova also kind of looks like a boot, but it's over there. So I just think he's saying Moldova here, like I'm over here. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but that's how I remember it. Serbia also gave me trouble for a while. At first I recognized it as like basically Portugal, but like the mirror image, but that didn't really help. But I can kind of see Serbia can be like the name of this lady. So this is like her face, and she has hair that goes like there, and she's wearing a dress. So you can see her dress is like triangular like that, and then these are her legs down here. So that's just Serbia. That's her name is Serbia. And she's from Serbia, so she says Serbia. San Marino is just the other part of Italy. That's just something I remember. Italy, North Macedonia is above Greece because it looks, sometimes when I see it in GeoGuessr, I think it's Greece, but it's actually above that. So it's North Macedonia. Slovakia, we got Czech, and then we have Slovakia because they used to be one place, Czechoslovakia, but they split in two. Luckily, in a way that makes a lot of sense. They split it into Czechia and Slovakia, so it's not like flipped the wrong way. Estonia is the one, it's in this upper area, I knew that already, but it's in the furthest east part of Europe. That's not something we already know. So it's just all the way northeast, Estonia. Then we got Luxembourg. We know that place is really small, over here by Brussels. Andorra, a lot of times this had me tripping for a while, but so Andorra, whenever it's not Spain, it's usually Andorra. And Dora the Explorer was a TV show where somebody spoke Spanish. There was a girl who spoke Spanish named Dora. So I think it's Andorra. So she's right there. Czech Republic, remember that's Czechia, Slovakia. So that's right here. Latvia. So this is a weird way to remember it, but this water place right here, this like little lake, I think this is the Baltic Sea. This lake right here kind of looks like a horse. If you see it, it's like got ears up here, and then the nose right here looks like a horse. And the horse's name is Lat. And as well, lats, I think that's like a muscle. So I like to think that the horse's muscle, the lats, are like super, super muscular. Monaco. Why am I blank? Oh, Monaco is basically, I thought it was just a city in France, but turns out it's its own country. So it's just in France. It's not Andorra, because Dora speaks Spanish, so she's in Spain. It's the other one, Monaco, which is just in France. Close to Italy. It's really, really small. Phone battery at 25%. Ooh, you should get a charger. Get a charger soon. Switzerland. I remember this because I went from London. It's a straight line from the UK to Germany. From the UK to Greece. That's what I meant to say. And then Switzerland lies right between those two. So we click, that's just Switzerland right there. Malta is an island off the coast of Italy. I remember this from, there was a VeggieTales episode that was talking about Malta. Albania. So this one, if you look at these three countries, I'm not going to say too much, but these three countries right here kind of make there's a circle, and then there's a circle, and then there's a long circle down here. It makes a very familiar shape. That's not necessarily very appropriate, but you know, it is what it is. And so Albania is just the long part. That's just the long part. That's just all you gotta know. Sweden's over here, over by Denmark. This is where IKEA is from. It's right in the middle here. So this guy from the Baltic Sea, he works at IKEA. So that's where he's from, because he's walking this way. And then we got Finland, which is the Finn. I can go over these three some other day, because it's similar to the Albania, Montenegro, Kosovo thing, but it's a bit more in depth. So Finland is just the Finn of this area. And then we got Denmark, which is just up here, just between Sweden and Germany. So Denmark, I don't know, there's not much to talk about. They have a lot of lakes. And then also, sometimes you can click on Greenland, and that technically counts as Denmark for some reason. Belgium waffles You know who enjoys Belgian waffles? People in the UK. Not to mention, this is where the UN is. This is where the United Nations is. And so it's kind of like central to some of these other countries. Bosnia and Herzegovina, these are the two people that are being eaten by this frog. The croak, Mr. Croak, is eating Bosnia and Herzegovina. Rip to those people. They're not really people, but rip to them. Portugal, we know, is by Spain. That one's just, I feel like common knowledge for me. Poland, remember, it's Germany, Poland, and P comes after G. So that's over on this side. Romania, this one is, so I remember Romania as just land of vampires. This is where vampires are from. And there are more vampires than you think. So when I think in my head, before I knew the countries, Romania I would have thought was a smaller place, a smaller country, but it's actually pretty big. And same with vampires. You don't think there are many vampires that exist, but there are more than you think. So that's why Romania is right here. Lithuania, this one is more of my personal story. So like in high school, there was always, whenever we'd stand in line for lunch, there would be somebody at the front of the lunch line and they'd ask you trivia questions. And you'd have to get the trivia question right in order to go get lunch. And so one of the popular questions to be asked by this person was, what is the capital of Lithuania? And so that's over here. I couldn't tell you what the capital of Lithuania is, but it has Lithuania has like a little sideways heart, kind of. And so I have fond memory of that. Netherlands, if you think of like, this is another similar thing, but like, if this is like water, right? And there's land going this way and this way, it's kind of like two legs. And then this is like Netherlands. So if you were to kick somebody there, it would hurt them. That's their nether region. Kosovo is just this side of our shape here. Iceland is an island. Russia, we know where Russia is, it's ginormous. And then Montenegro is the other part, because Montenegro and Albania, they have very similar looking flags. But Montenegro is this side. And that is all of the countries of Europe. Easily memorized.